Only on 12 News, Honor Flight. The pandemic has affected all of us, including our local veterans. But after a 2-year break, the Rhode Island Fire Chiefs Honor Flight Hub once again sent veterans from 4 wars to our nation's capital to see the monuments dedicated to their service.
I was able to join them for my 3rd honor flight, and as you're about to see, it was an emotional day for many, including some Vietnam War vets who finally got the respect they deserved. It's this week's Street Stories. It's been a long 2 years.
Beautiful.
But the 25th honor flight is ready to take off. Precautions were taken. Proof of vaccination and temperature checks before heading to Green Airport.
Is everybody excited about leaving?
Yeah! 14 World War II, 24 Korean, 22 Vietnam War, and 1 from the global war on terror, being greeted by a sea of supporters.
Thank you for your service.
We're getting ready to leave Green Airport. It's Saturday morning. We're heading on a flight to D.C. to the memorials dedicated to our veterans.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
Two groups, one flight, an entire airplane, the first since the pandemic began. Waiting for them at Reagan National Airport in Arlington. Cheering strangers. Some having a difficult time holding back their emotions. Our first stop, Arlington National Cemetery. A breathtaking scene, the changing of the guard. 2 of the oldest honor flight veterans, 101-year-old Peter Ritchie and 91-year-old Robert Champlin Sr., placing the wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier. What was that like when you were walking towards the tomb of the unknown soldier and you're about to place the wreath there?
Unreal. I'm telling you, I didn't know what to think because my mind was going all kind of ways. But it was outstanding, amazing. I could never believe that I was doing something like this, that I was given the honor to do this.
Mr. Ritchie served in the U.S. Navy during World War II.
Well, I was on a minesweeper. I left the States to go to Iwo Jima, and we went on to a convoy to prepare for the invasion of Okinawa.
Thank you for your service.
Mr. Romano, what's it like being here, seeing all the memorials?
This is awesome.
97-year-old John Romano was captain in the U.S. Navy. You are a rock star, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. How do you end up defending our country in all 3 wars?
Well, it's just the way the ball bounced. I signed up in 1942, was called active duty in 43.
We went by the Pentagon, we drove by there. Any thoughts when we were driving by there?
Oh yeah, I was showing my son where the plane hit on the backside, the helipad. That was my office, right where the plane hit.
The trip for some, haunting. What do you think about when you see these names on the walls?
Could have been me, and it wasn't. Lucky. A lot of guys are lucky. A lot of guys weren't.
It's just so many men, so many soldiers that made the ultimate sacrifice.
And this wall melts me, bothers me real bad. And I wasn't in I just feel sorry for these guys. I'm a Korean vet, but this wall bothers me real bad because they were good boys there and they shouldn't have lost their lives. They shouldn't have even been fought.
78-year-old Maureen Ann Dow was a major in the U.S. Army in Vietnam.
I brought my daughter here when she was 8 years old, and she just started crying immediately when she saw the names. And I said to her, it just came out, I said, well, Pasha, maybe your mom kept some of those names off the wall when I was a nurse in Vietnam.
When we came back, we were spit at, we were called names, we were not welcomed home.
Thank you for your service, David. Welcome home.
So what does it make you feel like when you see the reception you're getting here today?
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm holding back tears right now. It's just fantastic.
The call to serve your country, for some, is a family tradition. What's it like having your grandson in the military?
proud as can be.
Your grandfather, your inspiration?
Yeah, I still remember going to a coffee shop when I was 17, talking to him about joining, and he convinced me that it was a great opportunity. And yeah, and I've been in it for the last 24 years, and I have a lot of that is thanks to him.
Will Rogers once said, quote, "We can't all be heroes. Some of us get to stand on the curb and clap as they go by." And they're all rock stars. In all, 142 veterans, guardians, EMTs, and medical personnel were on the trip. We thank them for their service and remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice.
You know, we have Veterans Day, but they don't get this kind of pomp and circumstance after the sacrifices in service. And it's just, that's one of the things about Honor Flight that I think is so emotional and startling when you watch it, is seeing the welcome they get at the airport from complete strangers. You see how it impacts them. And you'll see more tonight at 6:30 over on Fox Providence, or special Veterans Voices.